Hi everyone, I'm back this week continuing my fulfillment of my first request of the Fear Street trilogy. This week it's part 2, 1978. Now as I go through these books and these movies, I'm seeing more and more that while the filmmakers don't adhere to the source material verbatim, they do cherry pick some little bits and pieces from these stories to keep the slasher and supernatural trilogy unique. So, in part 2, 1978, there's talk of witchcraft and a little bit of a time warp. In this one, The Lost Girl, the story bounces back and forth between 1950 and today. In the chapters set in 1950, a girl named Beth has a secret telekinetic ability she calls her tricks, and she witnesses her father being murdered by this organized crime family that he works for. In the present day chapters, a boy named Michael is the fixation of a mysterious and seemingly down on her luck girl named Lizzie, who always knows where to find him. This story also takes on an element of I Know What You Did Last Summer, where Michael loses control of a snowmobile he's driving and mows a guy down, only to have him disappear on them while they're trying to figure out what to do. As it turns out, Lizzie really is Beth from 1950, and the guy run over by the snowmobile is her accomplice, and Michael is the grandson of the crime boss who murdered Beth's father, and she's wanting revenge, and she found him through this mysterious cave that has a unidirectional time warp in it. And when Lizzie and her partner, his name is Angel, run back through it in pursuit of Michael, they speed age and rot like the bad guy on Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and the spell is broken. Excuse me. What's in the movie from this story is the topic of witchcraft, and the creepy cave that in this movie, instead of having a time warp, it has some kind of blood ritual flesh altar that if you touch it, it takes you back to camp through the outhouse. In the second story here, Can You Keep a Secret? The main character keeps having dreams about wolves, and waking up to stories of murder, mayhem, and carnage, only to find out later on that her sister is the werewolf. And what this movie takes from that is, the group of high school friends camping, and one of them is not always in charge of their faculties. They get possessed, they go on killing sprees. I am also seeing similarity from this one so far. Party Games is about a weekend birthday party at the Fear family private island, in which the partygoers are being hunted down and killed one by one. I haven't finished it yet, but that part's kind of like in 1978, where whoever at Camp Nightwing gets possessed by Sarah Fear is knocking people off one by one. Now, since a lot of these Easter eggs from the books reveal themselves in no particular order in the movies, I'm pretty sure that after I'm done watching and reading them, I might have more to add about parts 1 and 2. What is noticeably different between book and movie is the content. R.L. Stine's writing remains pretty tame for what it is. You could read this in front of your high school class and not get in trouble for profanities. The movies hold nothing back. There's all the profanity and sex that is pretty predictable of high school horror movies. And that covers Fear Street Part 2, 1978. The final part of the trilogy releases to Netflix tomorrow, so remember to subscribe and click that notification bell, and I will see you back next week for Fear Street Part 3, 1666. Thank you for watching.